If you've been watching the news lately, it feels like the world is on the brink. The United States, Iran, Venezuela, even the Arctic and Greenland every headline seems to flash with military movements, symbolic flights, and strategic posturing. It's easy to think we're inching closer to a major conflict. But what if I told you that's not the whole story? What if all this activity isn't about preparing for war, but preparing for uncertainty? So, why does it feel like everything is happening at once? The simple answer is connection. Our modern world is a complex web where energy, finance, trade, and security are all deeply intertwined. A shock in one part of the system, say, a disruption in an oil-producing region, doesn't just stay there. It sends ripples across the globe, forcing other countries to make defensive moves to protect their own interests. This chain reaction creates the illusion of coordinated, escalating confrontation. In reality, it's just the global system adjusting and rebalancing itself in real time. It's not a march to war, it's a worldwide stress test. This brings us to a fundamental shift in how we understand power. In the past, power often meant aggression, the ability to start and win a fight. But today, true power is about readiness. In an age of unpredictability, the strongest nations are not the ones eager to start a crisis, but the ones best prepared to withstand one without being caught off guard. Preparedness is the new currency of strength. This is why you see so much military activity that doesn't lead to actual fighting. These exercises and deployments aren't necessarily a prelude to war. More often, they serve as deterrence to would-be aggressors, reassurance to nervous allies, and a form of strategic communication. It's diplomacy spoken in a different, more muscular language. Take the situations with the US, Iran, and Venezuela. On the surface, they seem like separate hotspots. But they are all connected within the same global system, influenced by energy markets, financial pressures, and the quest for geopolitical leverage. The posturing you see is often about strengthening a country's negotiating position, not firing the first shot. It's about securing a better deal, not starting a battle. And what about the Arctic and Greenland? Why the sudden interest? It's because the Arctic is no longer a remote, frozen wasteland. Climate change is opening up new shipping routes, granting access to vast natural resources, and creating new logistical advantages. The positioning happening there today might seem symbolic, but it's a strategic investment for tomorrow's economic and political landscape. So, is war the real risk? History teaches us that most major wars don't start because someone has a master plan for one. They happen through miscalculation and accident. What we're witnessing today isn't necessarily a deliberate escalation towards conflict, but a global stress test of the system. The bigger, more immediate risks aren't a surprise attack, but systemic shocks like economic fragility or major energy disruptions. We're living in an age of uncertainty, where clear enemies are rare and the future is anything but guaranteed. This forces global powers to prepare for multiple scenarios at once. This isn't panic, it's adaptation. They aren't preparing for a specific war, they're preparing for volatility. Understanding this shift is key to reading beyond the headlines. The real question isn't who will strike first. It's who is truly ready for the unexpected. Thanks for watching. If you want to understand how power really works in our complex world, make sure to subscribe.